Scralfy and Gato. Guys, even when I do these streams late afternoon, you guys still show up first time chatters over here. Not first time chatter. The first chatters on the stream, absolutely phenomenal. You guys are next level. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. How are you guys doing today? Okay, Discord announcement is done. We are live on purple. We are live on red ×2. And let's do TikTok, and then we're good. Test. This is some nice like afternoon lighting we've gotten here. It's like super dim outside, so we don't have that bright white exposure from the window, and the lighting here is warm. It feels really good. I like that. I like it. I also changed up my lighting a little bit more. I moved some stuff around, but I'm not going to show you guys on stream again, like Gato suggested last time, because the webcam just stopped working. And what's up, Sudeus Gojo? How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, guys, everything is good to go, I believe. You should be able to hear music. Discord announcement is done. Streams are good on all 3 platforms. Stream Focus is pulling up everything. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, let's pray and get started. Lord Jesus, thank you so much for another day of life and breath. Thank you for another day that I get to do what I love and work on this game, Lord. Prayer blessing over it, Lord. Just help me to create work that is excellent and pleasing in your sight and in the sight of my client. And Lord, I just pray that you would give me, that you would equip me today to create excellent work, Lord. I am a little tired and fatigued creatively today at the end of the day, at the afternoon. And so Lord, I just pray for rejuvenation, passion, energy, and creativity, Lord. That's your name I pray all these things. Amen. Okay, guys, we've got Scralfy, Gato, Sudeus, and B Doyle. What's up, guys? Okay, let's do this. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads in this game as far as the style and the visual effects. I'm going to go over that in a little bit. I'll wait for a few more viewers to pop in, but I want to go ahead and start working on what we're working on today. But I'll ask you guys a question in a bit. It's related to the visual effects and the overall look of the game. So we'll get into that eventually, but first I want to go ahead and continue working on first let me move Drip back to the beginning. I want to continue working on building out the level with the small details. So overall the level's done, the bones are done, the framework, the foundation is good, all the major buildings and roads and fences are in place, and now we're just putting in the small details like the cars, the signs, fire hydrants, cones, traffic stuff like that. So in last stream, we actually had some fun and we started making objects damageable, which is really cool. Elizabeth, what's up? How's it going, Pixel Fuego? It's going good, Elizabeth. How are you doing today? Good to see you as always. It's always fun seeing a new viewer become a regular and then you start to see them more often. It's really exciting. Shows that things aren't becoming stagnant, but that things are continuing to grow and progress. And so I really appreciate you being here, Elizabeth. Okay, so as I just said last stream, we started adding the damageable objects. So now there's just this random wobbliness to things when you punch them, which is just, it's really satisfying. But today I'm going to start or continue building out the small details in this level. Did we ever make this damageable? Yes. This one feels like a lot. We might need to dial that one back a little bit. But I think what I want to do starting out is just go ahead and finish putting in all the cars for the whole level. I think that's a good next step. So I'm going to run through the level and you guys tell me if you see any empty spots where you think we could use some cars. I think the biggest place is, so like we have the main stuff down. So we have like the port done. We have this little parking lot done. We have this police intersection done. And this gas station area. But I'm thinking in this intersection here, we got done with cars, but I'm thinking we need a little bit more stuff like this, where it's just, well, maybe not like this guy because he's in the middle of the road, but we need to have like some side road parking where cars are just parked on the side of the road throughout the level. So that's what I want to go ahead and put in now. We might even put a bus right here at this bus stop. I think we have a bus, though I'm kind of not so sure if we should put a bus in here because it'll be really big and it might just block the view. Not sure how that will feel in the game. We might not even have one, actually. Wait, these are models. I need prefabs. We could do some bikes. It's a little, that's kind of a lot of detail. Motorcycles, maybe? I don't know. There was a bus in here somewhere. Yep. Here's some bus. So like this guy right here. Let me actually pull this in and see what this looks like. Let's do a 90. Because it looks really cool. I'm just afraid it's going to block too much. We could do the X-ray thing where we see through it to drip, but I'm not sure how this is going to feel. Is Madam Bun Bun, what's up? Yes! Oh, Madam Bun Bun, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, guys, so Madam Bun Bun is a super fan on TikTok, and her message got highlighted, and this is something I've been testing out on Stream Focus, which is awesome. I'm so glad you chatted. So I'm now actually getting super. How do I describe it? Messages that are tagged as messages from superfans on TikTok, I now have control over. So that's getting highlighted. I can switch up like what the highlight looks like, but I just wanted to throw that in there to see, just to make sure the code was working, and it's working, which is awesome. I still don't think that we're getting the TikTok superfan events. Like if someone becomes a superfan right now, I don't think that will show up in Stream Focus yet. I'm still testing that. It's a little hard to test because people don't become superfans very often. So it's very difficult to test that event, but I don't think that's still working. But at least the highlighted messages are working, so that's very good. That's a good step. Yeah. So now I can see your messages more prominently, Madam Bun Bun. And again, thank you for being a super fan. Thanks for being here, Diego. What's up? Thanks for joining the stream. This is not Roblox. This is Unity Game Engine. DC Roblox. This is going to be a game that I am building for a client. It's going to be on Android and iOS. Something that's not showing up though. So TikTok native, let me just show this to you guys. TikTok native chat, superfan shows the member level here. It shows the heart and then the PXL, which is the name of our member community on TikTok. That is not showing up in Stream Focus. This is showing up. The heart with the 2, so that part, the heart with the 2 is showing up, but not the PXL. But it's going to be very easy to add that now, because at least now we have the messages being tagged with superfan API stuff, which is great. Hence the highlight. Awesome. Does the game have different characters? Yes, it does. Not for the player. The player only plays as one character, but there are enemies and there's a final boss, yes. Another Lego stream? I'm not sure. Maybe some. Probably not tonight, but maybe, I don't know. I usually do them at random times. Usually at night, in the evening. So I would just follow the Discord if you want to stay notified on that. Because we could put a bus in here. But yeah, we'd have to do like an X-ray thing here. Let me actually just take the bus and just make the whole thing. Let me just bring the alpha down and see what that looks like. That's gonna bring the alpha down of everything. thinking we won't do the bus. Because we're gonna be... The only place the bus makes sense in this whole level is right here at the bus stop, but then you can't see the bus stop. Could move it a little bit, like right there, but then that blocks the church. You can move it back this way, but then it's kind of in an awkward spot. And we are gonna have an X-ray thing where you see your player, your character through buildings and stuff, but I don't think X-ray would look good on the bus. So I'm gonna leave the bus out. We're just gonna do little cars that you can run up to and jump over, run behind, climb on, all that type of stuff. I was gonna need to join the Discord. Oh yes, join the Discord. You move the bus stop forward. Could move this bus stop forward, yes. But then again, it would block the church. NRL edits. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's also not. It's understandable because these streams are more laid back, they're more relaxed, they're more long drawn out, if that makes sense. The Lego streams are more fast-paced, energetic, entertaining, and so I get why a lot of people will watch those streams. Or they're more prone to stop scrolling when they see the Lego stuff because they're like, whoa, this is different, this is cool, this is unique. But they see this and it's like, oh, it's kind of like everything else. Well, it's not like everything else. Most people don't. I haven't seen another stream out there that actually streams live game dev of a client project. There's a lot of live game dev out there of people working on their own projects, but not client projects. So it's unique in that way, but it's definitely not as unique as the Lego stuff. Elizabeth's doing okay. Went with a friend of the DMV this morning. Oh, that's the worst. We went to go get breakfast. Cool. Where'd you go to breakfast? Now I'm trying to get some work done on a project I've been working on forever. What's the project? If you don't mind me asking. How'd you get that city? This is from a city pack that I got on the Unity asset store. Okay, we've got quite a few viewers right now. We've got like 4 on Twitch, 7 on TikTok, 18 on YouTube. So now that we have quite a few viewers here, I need to ask you guys a question about this game, okay? I really need your input on this game, okay? So I had a conversation with my client about the overall look of the game and the visual effects of the game. So as most of you know, this game is based off of a comic book series that my client created. And I'm going to show you guys what that comic book series looks like right here. And then I'm going to ask you a question, a very important question on the look. And I need you guys to help me decide on the look, okay? This is going to be an interesting conversation. We might all disagree on this, but it'll be good to hear your thoughts because I'm kind of stuck, okay? So here's the comic book. And you guys, I assume for the most part, know what comic books look like, right? So comic books have that typical, like stereotypical comic book look. They have the hatching vibe with the look, the style, the cell shaded look. So like this is the comic book, okay? This is issue 1, and then the art and the graphics get a little bit better into issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. Let me pull up issue 3. So here's issue 3. So like these are the graphics of the comic book, right? So you guys know what comic book graphics look like, right? So it's got like the cell shading, the lines, the epics. Let me get to a fight scene. So here's some. No, let me do some better fighting. Where's some fighting right here? Okay, so here, so you guys know like the comic book, the vibe, like right, like the text, the shapes, the lines, the cell shading, the hatching effect. So far we haven't been really doing that style on the game so far. We've just been doing like a modern, simplified mobile 3D kind of look. However, so now we're gonna start soon adding in the visual effects to this. So like the gunshots, the slash effects, the explosions, the getting hit effect, the laser cannon, like all that type of stuff, okay? The fire, the smoke, all that. And there's also the ability that we have to where we could give the entire game like a comic book look. Like we could give like a cell style shaded shading to everything, like a filter. We could have like a toony outline around objects and stuff. So with all that said, with that in mind, I have found a few asset packs. Okay, so we're gonna use asset packs for this type of stuff again. Run this by my client, and we pretty much have 2 routes we can go. And I'm gonna show you guys what those 2 routes are, okay? I'm gonna pull this down here in the Unity Asset Store. And I need your opinions and thoughts on this, everyone, okay? Let's do this. So I've pulled together some different options, and I need you guys to tell me what you think. So, first off, just for like the overall look of the whole game, visual effects aside, just look at this. So there's like this toon shader effect. There's a few different ones here, but essentially this toon shader would add, let me make sure it's muted. This toon shader would add, make sure everyone can see. A bit bigger. You guys can all see that, okay. So see how it's taking like the basic like 3D look and then turning it into, it's like adding an overall filter over the whole thing. So you got cell shading, you could have the lines in, the dots. So it looks really cool, okay? It looks like see the dots? Like it has like a comic book style vibe to it. So it's cool, like we could add this as an overall thing to the whole game, okay? Or we could leave it more modern stylistic, more kind of like Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake. Let me show you guys this. So this right here. So you've got like this more clean, modern, simple 3D vibe, like in Link's Awakening. Like that's kind of the route that the game is moving towards right now, but we could give it that comic book vibe to it like this, okay? Which is just like a filter overlaid, okay? So then, with that in mind, okay, modern, simplified like this versus comic book look. With all that in mind, now let's talk about the visual effects a little bit, and let's look at some effects packs, okay? I'm gonna show you guys the 2 different options. So the first option, modern stylized VFX, and then the second option, cartoon VFX. So here's a more modern stylized VFX. And all these asset packs are really cool, but let's just like take a look at this, kind of what I mean by modern stylized. So here we go. So this stuff is still stylized and anime-ish, cartoony-ish, in that it's not realistic, but it's very gamey. It's very stylized. It's really cool. And this was kind of the style of the graphics that I was envisioning originally. So let me find some more stuff. So look at these explosions. Right here. So like these are really cool. They're really fun. I think this style would fit great in the game, especially with the current graphics in the game, without even adding that extra comic book style shader over everything. So here's like some explosions. It's got some really good sound too, if you guys can hear that. So it's got really good sound effects, fireballs, like it's got a bunch of stuff, okay? So that's the style. And then we have the cartoon VFX style, and these are more of a flipbook style. So let me open this up. Flipbook is like old style cartoons or old style games where every frame is drawn and then you like flip. I don't know if you guys have ever made these, but you like draw a different frame on each page and then you flip through all the pages and it makes an animation. So that's what this style is. Let me jump ahead to some of these. That's not it. Is that the only video? Let me get a different one. Here's a good one. Smoke, sand, and explosions. Okay, so watch this. So see this style is like super anime, okay? Super hand-drawn, flipbooky, where it's kind of... So like it's still 3D, like it exists in 3D space, but you can see it has that like hand-drawn flipbook vibe to it. And this also could look really cool in the game, I think. I think it could help bridge the gap between the modern vibe we're going for, and also the old retro flip book comic cartoon vibe. So this is where I'm stuck. I'm not exactly sure which direction we should go with the game. My client does lean a little bit more towards this and prefer the old like flip book cartoon vibe, but he's open to both. The concern that I brought up to him was effects like these, like the hand-drawn cartoony stuff, like that is not in my wheelhouse at all. Okay, so like that's not my style. I can't make that stuff. I don't really do hand-drawn stuff. So if we come across an effect that we need but doesn't exist in one of these asset packs, like we're out of luck. We'd have to hire an artist or something, and that's like outside of budget and scope for my client. This style of graphics, there's a lot more stuff like this out there that we have at our disposal. So it would be a lot easier to use something like this. And like this, where is it? Modern stylized, this guy. So like here's another one. Like these slash looks, they would be great for Drip, the superhero, when he slings his staff and does the staff hits. Like these effects would work great for that. These would be good for the staff stabs. So anyway, that's a rundown of kind of where we're at with this game. Like, what do we do? Does anyone have any thoughts on this? What do you think would look good in this game? I think either would look good. I'm just not sure which direction to go. I think we could go either way. Like when you're seeing this game, imagine it on mobile, on Android and iOS. Okay, you're playing it. And like when you start running, if there's like some smoke behind you, like a sprint smoke, do you envision like a more modern look, simple, clean, or do you envision like old comic book style cartoon? And then the cannon, when you shoot is it more like modern, kind of like this, or is it, you know, or like if you destroy something? Can I destroy this? I can't. So if you just like destroy this, and is it come up with like a comic book flip book effect style, or more like a modern breaking effects? I mean, I don't know. Any thoughts on that, guys? And then also, so like this police car, boom, if I break it, boom, we have like a really cool explosion, something like, where are the explosions? Something like this. See that? Something like that for when you like destroy a police car. See it? That looks really cool, and I think it could work great. But then you also have more not stylistic, flip book style, comic booky explosions like. Where's an explosion in this one? Like these two look really good. These are not really explosions there. Where's the explosions? Here's some. It's like there's some great explosions in here too, and I think these two would also look great in the game. See like these ones up in here? And the thing is, like, if we do go with this style of visual effects, like explosions and stuff in the game, then I think at that point we would definitely need to add the cell shading and stuff to the overall look, to the cars and the buildings and the players and stuff. Because if you just have this style of graphics and then you have the flip book style, there it kind of would seem like they're from two different worlds, and I don't know how that would look. I would like to experiment with both styles, but that would mean buying a bunch of asset packs that we may not end up using, and I don't really want to end up doing that unless my client approves it. So I guess I could try that out. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. That's the overall question that we're having, like which direction to go with the game as far as the look goes. So I'm gonna check out chat and see if you guys said anything. Dude, Madam Bun Bun, thank you for all the roses, the heart meat. Really appreciate it. You're way too kind. Okay, let's see. Oh, Diego's from Italy. That's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hello to Italy. Let's see. You're a good streamer. Thank you so much, NRL Edits. That means a lot. But First Watch is great. My wife and I love it. It's a great breakfast restaurant. Really, really good. Their potatoes are so good. You're writing a book. That's awesome. I mean, haven't published late spring. Dude, that's awesome. Are you gonna publish it yourself or find a publisher? That is so cool. What's the book about? Jake, how's it going? Narcastic, welcome to the stream. Yes, Madam Bum Bun, welcome to the stream. Oh, and thank you for the level up Sparks. You're way too kind. I need to add the value of these in Stream Focus so I can actually see what they are, because I don't know what these are valued at. 99, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much, Madam Bum Bun. Okay, that's epic. Hey, Zito, what's up? I really like that style. There's not a lot of games I've seen that are in that comic style. That's true. That is true. It could make it more unique. That is for sure. Thanks for the follow. Command Sign Light, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You're not an actual Lego. I am an actual Lego. Okay, so the Lego streams you see, like, that's the real me. Okay, this is the VTuber. This is the VTuber setup. The Lego stuff is real. A lot of people get confused by that. But yeah, this is the VTuber setup. I think I'm gonna keep that going. Like, that's gonna be the running thing on my stream now. That's what I'm gonna do. If anyone ever asks, that's how we refer to the things now here. Okay, that's what we do. Thanks for the share. It means a lot. And Mummun likes the comic style. Potentially go out of the client's budget and maybe. Why does it go modern? Yeah. Kind of explosion would be nice. It might vary on what's being broken. Second pack seems it had more options to it. I like the explosions in first pack, but second seems more options to choose from. Yeah, so whichever route we would go, we would get all the packs. Okay, so like, and I might even look for a few more, but this was basically the main ones I could find. So modern stylized, I found like 3 really good packs, and then cartoon I found like 2 or 3 really good packs. So with all of these, I've been able to find, I think they cover like maybe 80 to 85% of all the effects that we'll need in the game, which is great. But that last like 10 to 15% of the effects that we'll need, we're gonna need to source them from somewhere, and I feel more confident that we'll be able to find them with the more modern style than we will with the cartoon flipbook style. And that's kind of what I addressed to my client, because my client prefers this look for the game, and I somewhat agree. Like, I like this style better, the modern better, but I do think the cartoony look does fit more for this game, especially to match the comic book vibe that it's going for. So I want to pull for this, but I just really need to make sure that we have enough effects to cover the whole game, because otherwise we'd have to hire an artist, and we can't really get into that for this game. Gato, welcome to the stream. Gato. Oh, Gato saying hi, Chaotic. Gato's already been here. My bad. Chaotic. Welcome. Is that on self-publishing? It's a fantasy award. Oh, cool. So much research has gone into this thing. That's how much? How long have you been working on it, Elizabeth? I only found the effects first before deciding which one to use. Oh yeah, for sure. I think too. I might just ask my client. I'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Client, Jason, are you cool with us burning like $40 to test out both styles?" I think he'll be cool with that. I think he'll be cool with that. But yeah, okay, we've done a lot of talking, and again, if you guys ever have any opinions on anything or think of anything, just let me know. But let's go ahead and keep adding in some cars into the game. So this taxi, like, we need to, let's see. I like the taxi, but we need to move it out of the road because we're not gonna have any driving cars in this game. I don't think. It just adds an extra element. Like, it would be easy to add, but it just adds an extra element that we have to be on the lookout for. Not on the lookout for. That sounds stupid. Let me enunciate my thoughts better. Not enunciate. Let me flesh out my thoughts better. It adds some extra elements that are a bit out of scope for the game, like the cars moving, traffic system, coming to a start, coming to a stop, cars despawning and spawning, obeying traffic laws. Can they hurt the player or not? If you get in front of a car, does the car stop or does the car hit you? Like, there's just a lot of things. It's not just a matter of do cars move or not. Like, there's so much more involved, and it's just too far out of scope. And I think I even remember the client saying like, yeah, no moving cars. So we're just gonna have parked cars, and even on this road, so I want to put him like half on the curb, like that. And then they would need to be rotated a little bit on the, not that way, that way. Like at a 5 degree? No, that's way too much. I like a -3. And then up a bit. Maybe not. I might just leave it flat. Like, that feels like a little unnecessary. Let me move him over. Test that out. Taxi's my favorite car. It tells like a mini story about this bad driver. I do like the taxi car. It's like it has a really good look to it. I don't like how I can't just, well, I guess I can run over it. I don't like how that taxi sign is kind of blocking the way. I kind of want to get rid of that inside the collider. Actually, I don't mind the rotation. I think it still works good. Works well. It still works good. I love the rotation to stuff now. It adds so much. And the no parking sign right by the taxi. It's perfect. I do want to move it a bit because I don't want to block that alleyway too much, because some thugs will come out of the alleyway to kind of match up with the comic book. So I'm going to move the whole thing back a little bit. Taxi and sign. Maybe forward or backwards. So already some cars here. Go, go, go. There might be a lot of cars right off the bat if we do it right here. I'll just move it forward a bit, like right there. And like right there. Yeah, because no parking sign makes sense because it's in front of a building. Back it up a little bit so it's overlapping that alleyway a little bit. Drip, where are you at? Let's see how that feels in the camera view. You started writing it 13 years ago. Dang, gave up on several years. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm super happy for you, Elizabeth, and super proud of you too. That's awesome. I will be, please keep me updated on that. I would love to follow along with your progress on the book. Jesus guys, what's up? I'm working on a mobile superhero game for a client of mine. I think the taxi needs to be a little bit closer to that parking sign. Yep. How much more time do you think it'll take, Elizabeth, to finish the book? That feels good. That feels like really good placement for the taxi and the parking sign. I like that. Yeah, feels good. Okay, now where do we need the next car? We could put a car in the foreground too, as long as it's small enough to where it doesn't block the action too much. And I was really, before we even built out the level, I was really wanting to have a spot where you're kind of forced to jump over the car to make it through. Like, I'd love to have a crash scene, like cars just got into a crash, but then we'd have to put people in, and I don't want to do that. That's again outside of scope. Let's check on this side of the building if there's something we can do. Definitely need some cars in here. Might be able to put a car in the foreground right here. We could also put some more in the gas station area. Like one parked right here, I think. See what extra cars we have. Any cars that we haven't used yet. Not sure about bikes yet, and motorcycles might be a little bit too small. I love that car style. It's so good. Nah, not feeling it. We don't have any ambulances in yet. Ugh, I want to do a car crash scene so bad. Is there a way that we can do a crash scene without having people visible? And a fire truck, that'd be so cool to have a fire truck and a ambulance somewhere. I'm almost finished with writing and editing the story itself. My satisfaction, awesome. I need to hire editors, cover artists, buy an ISBN. You have to buy an ISBN? What does that look like? Make a budget timeline for advertising marketing. That's awesome. Crashing behind one of the gates areas. Like, I mean, I could put it here right at the beginning, because this is where these cop cars are going to be flashing. We could put an ambulance in the background or a fire truck. Oh, we should actually put a fire truck right back there. That would be perfect. Let's look at the other areas right here. It wouldn't quite make sense to put a car crash in this area, because this is like gated off for road construction. And that's pretty much it, except to the very end. And then by this point, it's nighttime. And I don't want to put too much activity in this end area, because I want it to be very eerie and kind of empty, if that makes sense. I think we could definitely put a fire truck back in here. Let's do that. Fire engine. Oops. That would fill up this background a little more. Wasn't envisioning this being a car crash area. It was more like a, hey, cops are investigating something. More that type of thing. But we could do this. I don't think it matters too much. Whoa. Drip, where are you at? Let's move you over. Whoa, too far. So they're blocking off the scene? Yeah. Because you can't go past this area. I made it that way intentionally. You can bust up the police cars, though. Oh, I spoke to my client today. I already told you that. But one of the things we spoke about was the crystals, the collectibles that you pick up in this game. Let me show you guys a picture of that again. This is from the comic book series. Here it is. But I now know what they're actually called. So this is it. Focus. Focus. Okay. Okay. It's the camera hub. Turn the filter off. Boop. There we go. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so these are the crystals in the game. Not in the game, in the comic book series. And they are called Infinium. Infinium. So those are the crystals that are going to be dispersed throughout the level. And you can pick them up. And they will energize your weapons and your suit. So I'm actually going to start working on those over the course of the next few days. Building that crystal model, that Infinium model, and then putting them out throughout the level and making them collectible, and that'll be really fun. That'll also add some more interaction to the game, where you walk up to something and then it pulls it to you and like you collect it. That'll be fun. They'll be like floating and rotating. That'll be really cool. So a shield at this cop car. Dish. It's so freaking cool, dude. And there's no physics involved. It's just something hits it and it adds a random rotation. A random rotation wobble. Random rotation wobble. That's what it adds. Random rotation wobble. Thanks for the follow, Alex. Means a lot. Okay, so I'm not liking that fire truck placement. We need to add it. Put it like. Wee 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 wee. Do Lego stuff again? We will definitely do that. These are two types of streams I do. Right now, I'm doing some game dev. Publish to Amazon, I'll provide one for free, but then I can't use that for other publishers. Oh. So Amazon as a publisher as opposed to oh. Interesting. Use that same as for all Amazon, it will show me as a publisher. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I would do that too. Yeah, that sounds like the right way to go. Infinium is a fun word. It is, Infinium. It's a good word. Managed to talk to the client in regards to the audio packs and if he wants to use them. I did. Thanks for asking about that. Yes, so he had said yes, we are going to use an asset pack for the sound effects as well. He wants to save as much money as possible, and he doesn't really care about stuff like that. Whether the sound effects are made in-house custom or if we get them from an asset pack. That's not anything that's like super important to him for the game. He just wants the game to follow his comic book series. He wants the style to match. He wants the right characters to be there and all that type of stuff. He wants it to match the story and all that. But the specific, like this, the details of it, like what sound effects we use, what music we use, like stuff like that, he doesn't care about. doesn't care about. We're gonna be doing that for the music as well. Just finding some pre-made music for video games. Fire truck brighter red. Yeah, we can totally do that. Get you to say pew pew. Pew pew. Doof, 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 doof. I might make a few sound effects myself if the asset packs we get don't have them, because I really like making sound effects. It's a lot of fun. I made the sound effects custom for the Spider-Man web shooting in my Lego Spider-Man setup, and I actually want to make a behind-the-scenes video specifically on that. I'll do that soon. Like, I have the footage for it. I just need to make it. You bet it's the best blaster gun I've ever heard. Nope. Content. Yep, content. Something I've been looking for some sound effect packs, and I haven't found any that have like impacts on a vehicle. So I might make those myself. Like it's got kind of like a glass effect mixed with a metal like thud. I don't know how to describe it. I hear it in my head when you punch a vehicle. I hear it in my head. I can't find one yet, so I might have to make it myself. Okay. I could even just bring this guy not front and center, but like right there. Turn him. Nope. I'm honestly not liking this fire truck. It's got all these white panels on both sides. It just doesn't look like a very good fire truck. Fire truck. Like, look at this. Look at this fire truck. You guys see this fire truck? This is a fire truck. Okay. See, there's like a few panels like on that one. See, that's a fire truck right there. That's what I envisioned a fire truck. Okay. Not really this guy. So I might not use it. Like if we used it, we'd have to only use the front part. Maybe like back here, tuck it in right there, and then put it right there. So we only see a little bit right there. Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. We really need construction vehicles, and this asset pack does not have any construction vehicles. You guys do not know what I'm looking up right now. You do not know. Free ultimate pack. Too realistic. Don't like the color. We could change the color though. These are a little bit too. Yeah, that doesn't fit. This is an awesome pack. Can make a whole game with this pack. Yeah, not quite the style still. Where is the construction vehicles? There they are. Low poly. These are beautiful looking assets. They just don't quite fit our style. Yeah, we'll forego the construction vehicles for now. Pause and play. What's up? The problem with different packs is making sure this album. Yeah, that's totally it. Yep. So probably not even going to use any other asset there. Okay, so there is one other model pack that we're going to use, and that is, let me just go ahead and show it to you right now. Tooland. This guy right here, I'm eventually going to grab. So the client specifically said, hey, he doesn't want any of the enemies GUNS, the pew pews, to look like modern pew pews. Okay, so he wants them to have a sci-fi vibe. So I found this pack and I think it's perfect. So we'll get this asset pack for the models, and that's the last pack we'll need for models. But then we still got to decide what we're doing as far as VFX, and I still need you guys to be the deciding factor, and you guys haven't told me what to do yet, so I need you guys to tell me what to do. Hunter, what's up? Pause and play. Oh, yeah, so your game day, that's awesome. What have you made, or what are you working on these days? Chaotic. Move you guys over here. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that fire truck, so I'm just gonna get rid of it, honestly. Boop. Okay, so we've been streaming for almost an hour, and we have moved the taxi. That's it, guys. We need to lock in here. Okay, we need to lock in here. I could also go ahead and build out this alleyway, but we need to get cars done. Let's get cars done. Let's do some more foreground cars. Military. Oh, it would be so cool. I just don't know where we'd put it. Airplane. Train. Nope. This type of taxi. Un hélicoptère. No, no. 9. That's a good one. And we're already using it somewhere, so that's good. Boop, doop, boop, doop. I like that one. Let's face it back the other way. -90. Which makes sense. Pretty much every car that's parked on this side of the road will need to be... Yep. And what rotation do we use for this guy? -3, so this will be a 3 or -3? -3. -3. What was the height we used? 0.037. Perfect. A little too close to that one. Let's bring him right back right here. Oh, it's right next to that car. Duplicate pattern. Don't want that. Bring him other side. This car is at the church. Yep, come to visit the church. Right there, I like that. Yep, let's add another one. Visiting the church. Jeep. Fire truck visiting the church. No. Too similar in color. Do a red. Feels good. Gosh. I still want to add a crash scene so bad. How can we make a crash scene without showing people standing out in the area? Any ideas, guys? Just rode a taxi with very precise rotation on expert level pure school. Thank you so much, Chaotic. Appreciate it. what I do. Only the best for you guys. Only best for client. Street parking. And we'll add one more car on the other side. I like that one. We haven't used that one yet. 90. -3. Nope. Wait a second. 3. No, -3. Always -3. 0.037. Nice. That car feels really small. Maybe it's not. It's just the angle, I think. Don't think I like that. Like that. No, I don't. I don't like that. Like that. No. Bring you guys this away. Feels about right. I feel like these cars are too far up on the curb. Be more like that. It is blocking the road, but yeah. Let's do that and that. And same for this guy right here. Actually, the taxi's probably good. Yeah, taxi's already good. Yep. Okay, let's see how that feels in game. Running over here. Taxi feels pretty good. We get to here. We need a foreground car there. We need a foreground car right here. Boop. I feel like right here. What it can be though, I do not know. Or a bike. Maybe we should add a bike rack somewhere. This guy. Yeah, because we're not using that type of car anywhere in here, which will be good. So let's just duplicate. Or no. Use a yellow. I feel like yellow stands out too much. Yellow's too distracting. Maybe not. And we also have that yellow taxi right there. I'm gonna have only taxis. So I'm gonna take this guy. Boop. Duplicate him. Bring him over here. Doop. Rotate him around. So it's gonna be in -90. Rotation's already good. Put him up on the curb like that. And we needed it right about here. I want some way to put cars in the middle of the road, but have it make sense. How do we do that, guys? Without showing people. Taxi's good, no parking sign, haha, funny. Yes, like that, I like that. Doesn't block too much. I kind of want to put him just all the way up on the curb, like right here. Yeah, that car needs to be. Actually, I'm just gonna put him up on the, all the way. 0. Yep. Yippity yep. Yep, that's that. Need to fix those signs. Running along, gas station. so freaking good, dude. This is the best part of the whole level. I love it so much. Looks so good. Oh, we will definitely add Easter eggs, 100%. We need something right here, I feel like, too. A car. Oh, I want a crash scene so bad. Guys. How can we add a crash scene? Okay. But without having people visible. I want to have like two cars that are bumper to bumper facing each other. And with like smoke just coming out of the engine of one of them, right? And I want Drip, the character, to have to jump over them to progress through the level. But I feel like in that situation there would be people standing outside, and how do I do this when we can't have people? They're yummy too. Like, what if that's why this police car is here? Okay, so we add... Let's add... Hey, Luca, thanks for the heart me. Add like this car, like it'd be so cool to have all this, like the ambulance flashing lights and the smoke coming out. Maybe we just do it and just not worry about people and just be like, hey, it just happened. Let me just build out this car crash scene, okay, and see what it looks like without any people in it. There's our car. Where's our other car? We got an ambulance somewhere in here. Wee 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 wee. We don't have many sports cars because they stand out too much. So I could put one in the car crash. Wee. Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. Intersection car crash. Okay, so this dude is turning. Let's see. This guy would be turning in. Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. Like that. Boom. Maybe we even go a little crazy and do like some of... Nope, not that. Some of this action right here. Might be too much. No, but then you see the underside. We turn it and see the other side like that. And flip you around to be like right there. And this gives the character something to jump over. Is this too morbid for a family-friendly video game? Okay, so you guys could be at the intersection. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. Nope, not you. Center. It's like, not sure what happened here and how this happened, but boop. And then we got the ambulance. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Like, I love for Drip to just have to like jump over all of this to get past it. That's kind of what I'm wanting. I envisioned this crash scene since I've like first started the game, working on the game. I just don't know where to put it to where it makes sense. Or if it even makes sense at all. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Maybe over on this side. Maybe like right here. Luca, how's it going? Let's put it right here. Oh, but it blocks the construction zone area. Yeah. It's like too close to everything here. Whoa, wrong part of the ambulance we're grabbing. Whoop, wrong. That's not position, rotation. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Also too close to that. Let's do it right here. Let's see how that feels in game. Let's go play it. Let's go play it. I need your thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts? I need your input. I can't make this game by myself. I need your help. You guys are gamers, right? I assume most of you are gamers. We're running. Gas station, cool. Car passes, or not car passes, but cars parked. It's okay. Get here. Oh my goodness, what has happened? This car is knocked over. And I can jump up here if I want to. And then go through the building. Yeah, or I don't like how it blocks like this area back here. I mean, it's fine, but what if we moved it all the way back a little bit? Oop. Ugh. Like right there. Feels. First off, they're too close together. That ambulance would not be there. Okay. Mr. Ambulance would be more like that. More like that. What if we did over on this side of the building? I like those cars there. That feels really good. These three feel really good. I want to move them closer to the foreground, I think. But I really like them. I like the car choices and I like the positioning. It feels really good right there. I need another car right here. I need another car right there. Let's work on that. We need a... To get a crash in, I could have a fire hydrant on the sidewalk, and then there's a car knocked into the fire hydrant, and water's like shooting up from it. It's a possibility. We could do that. Yo, can you do the Joker voice? Act. Sure. Okay. Gotta get into character. I was gonna do it without laughing because it's a lot easier to get into character as these Lego characters when I can see the Lego character on my screen, but when I'm just seeing myself on the screen, it's like, okay. Okay, here goes. Okay, stop. I gotta stop smiling first and then I'll do it, okay? Give me a minute. I do this without smiling. Because the Joker can't do it without smiling. Why so serious? There you go, how's that? Mister, what is your name? I can't say what your username is because you don't actually have any text on your username. Blah, blah. I don't think I've ever done a behind the scenes video showing me side by side with the Lego version. But there you go. There you go. I hope you were entertained. Are you not entertained? Okay, let's add a car in here. What kind of car do we want? Taxi? Another taxi? Let's do another taxi. Maybe the bigger taxi? Or truck? Ambulance? Bus? Let's do this one right here. Yep. Do it that way. It's kind of facing the wrong way. Oh no, wait, these are facing the wrong way. They're driving on the left side of the road. Where are we? We're in America. Where is this game? I need to call my client. Hey man, what's up? Your voice is on stream, is that okay? Okay, quick question for you. What side of the road do cars drive on in the city of Tooland?
The regular side.
So America? Is that what we're saying regular side is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right side of the road, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was weird, but whatever. Okay.
Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, confirmed. Right side of the road. So this is wrong. Or it's not wrong. I just gotta turn him. Negative 90. And then these are all gonna be 3 instead of negative 3. Okay, that's fine. Right side of the road, drivers. Which means this dude would be the other direction, 90. All those guys are fine. We'll worry with car crash later. Right side of the road, so these need to all be flipped. So this guy needs to be negative 90. 3. These guys, right side of the road, 90. 3. 93. There we go. I think I'd said I wanted these to be like more up on the curb, so we'll do that. Okay, and then that car is good. No, it's not good. That needs to be a 3. Actually, you know what? This car is smack in the middle of the road, okay? I'm not even gonna worry with that right now. Because you know what? He drove up to this building, okay, and he's parked. He's waiting for someone, okay? So we need to... These cars are fine being in the middle of the road without driving, okay? It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? Guys, it's fine. Tell me it's fine. Tell me it's fine for cars to be in the middle of the road in this game and not driving. It's fine, right? We need to put some lights on the car, like blink parking lights. Oh wait, cars don't have that. Gato, you've got to figure out your battery. You need to get like a charge. Did you know that if you get a charger and plug your phone into the wall, into an outlet, it'll charge your phone and your battery won't die. Super cool. This is amazing. Thank you, 2Wime. How's it going? Okie dokie. So he's parked right there. Good. Golden. Those guys are good. Might need to move them a little bit. I think I need to make them like that car right there. Okay, let's test everything out real quick. Boop. Good, except I want to move that parking sign. Now that the car's facing that way, I want to move it to right there and then move him a little bit back. Wireless chargers do? Yes, they do. I like the parking sign position, but I need to move the taxi forward a little bit. I need a little bit of overlap. It's too perfect. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Guys, today is... What is today? Monday. Today is Monday. Tell me how your weekend was. How was everyone's weekend? Taxi looks good. Yep, that feels good. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That like, it'd be cool to have a crash scene in here, but it's just there's so much that goes into that we would need to add in. I just think we need to just nix that idea. I need something here. I need like a bike or something. Motorcycle, maybe. These cars need to be fully on the curb. That car feels really good. I like that there. Yep. Like that car a lot. A lot. I could put an ambulance here at the police station. That would make sense, right? Okay, so let's do that. Let's put these guys completely on the curb, so make them 0 and 0. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. Bring them in. There. And then we like that guy. Let's add the ambulance to the police parking lot. 90, -90, parked like that. I feel like that makes sense, right? Like there would be an ambulance parked in the police parking lot. So move back a little bit, right there. That feels good. Maybe move him back behind this guy right here. That feels really good. I like that. I like that spot. Yep. Yep. Cool. Need to get rid of the... Where's the car crash scene right here? So I like the cars. We just need to not make them car crashy. We needed another car, right? Where was it? Somewhere in here. I'm gonna use these guys. Boop, boop, boop. Guys, the car crash scene just isn't leaving me. I need a car crash scene. What if we just do something simple like that? Just put them bumper to bumper. Have some smoke coming out of them. Yep, we're gonna do it. We're doing it. I'm calling it now. We're doing it. Discussion over. Don't try to change my mind, guys. Don't try to change my mind. Just accept it. It's gonna be a car crash scene, but these people are not gonna be out of their cars. It's fine. The car crash just happened. It is kind of weird though that a superhero would just pass by this and not try to help the people. Unless there was an ambulance nearby, so maybe we should put an ambulance here. Crash, boom. Boom, crash. Need to make one model that's like busted up. Or both. This guy tried to veer off the side. He's like that, but he's like boom. Whoa. What's happening? What is up, all-rounder video? How's it going? This is Unity Game Engine, or just Unity. I usually just say Unity Game Engine so people know that it's a game engine. Hello, Mr. Kai Fireblade. How's it going? I want the crash to be there, but I want it to be natural too and not too... Yeah, let's see how this feels. I think I'm gonna go with the fire hydrant idea, to where a car has just run into a fire hydrant, and we could even have like a white towel hanging out of the window to make it look like the person has left and they're not in danger in their car. But then we just have the fire hydrant just continuously shooting water out. Let's do that. I want the car crash scene so bad, but it just doesn't make sense without any people. Gosh. So one of these will be slammed into a fire hydrant. This guy can just be Mark Fabio. Thank you for the roses. You're way too kind. Where's Lego Man? He's on my PC. That is the real Lego stream that I do. This is the VTuber stream I do, where I have a realistic CG person making real video games. This is a video game I'm working on for a client of mine. They're a little bit too spaced too evenly. I want this car to be over here. Kind of like right... negative, no, 0. And then kind of like right at this intersection. But up on the curb, no, not on the maybe he's just waiting at a stoplight. Or he's parked off to the side. I don't know, maybe that's waiting a stoplight. Let's do that. Yeah. And then this guy needs a fire hydrant. So let's go find a fire hydrant. Go ahead and put that in the game. Floor props. There we go. Fire. I don't like the look of that fire hydrant though. We need to get a different one. It's just eh. Pretty sure I want yellow fire hydrants in this game. I mean, I could make it yellow, but it still just doesn't match the look that I'm going for. But the idea is that this car ran up into the fire hydrant and it's just shooting water up all over the place. Love the taxi. Good, good. So far, so good. Good. That's good. I like that. It's good. That's good. So, wait, what was that? Cause you to like come back and check it out. I love that. Other side. Good. Except I kind of want a vehicle right here. I want a van or a truck. Like one of these construction vehicles we have right here. Vehicles. Not quite a truck. I think the van should be good. This guy. Let's do a green one. Boop. Love it. A little bit below ground on the tires. Actually, don't want to block too much. Let's go back this way. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it. Seeing like this pretty cool to watch. Thanks, Q, for means a lot. Yeah, this is a video game I'm working on for a client of mine, and I'm just going through and placing vehicles in the level right now. I'm streaming on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Let me put another construction vehicle, not the truck, because we have that on the other side of the building. What was the other? It was like the big box car. It was a big box car. It's down here. Where is it? There we go. Or yeah, let's do box car, or this one right here. Oh, it's so big though. Shoot. Put it on this side. We don't really come over in this area, but it could work. Just sticking out a little bit. That'll work great. Let's see how that feels in game. Oops, sorry. I think I want to move this blue car to right here. Like more over to the left so that the full gas station is not obstructed. Let me go ahead and do that right now first real quick and see how it feels. That feels a lot better, maybe even more. So we come to this point, gas station, oh look, oh then car, even more so. And no, I don't like it right there. Maybe not. That side of the road, maybe? That feels good. I like that. We have too much movement ability this way. We need to push it back. It's because of this metro entrance right here. I need to move the metro entrance towards the gas station more. Yeah, let's leave the car there for now. So I'm gonna copy that, transform, and then paste it. Whoa. Is everything open? Paste component values. Okay. Now let's go check out that other area. Good. Good. I like the van placement. Not sure about the rotation. This truck does not work here because of the see-through nature of it. We turned it. No, I liked it this way better. Like that. And get rid of this guy, but bring in, let me just bring in that other truck that we have. This one. Do we have a different color though? Let's do blue. Yep. And then we'll turn it that way. Parked right there. Maybe. It's a good thing to block the way, to block the area. It's also a bit random though. I think I like that better. Let's do that. Cool. Might be good on cars now. Let's see. Car is way too far into the ground to work on that. Yep, I like that. That works great. We could use like a bike rack or something right here, I think, where I'm standing. Yep, those work great. Looks good. Police intersection. I'm gonna play around with the camera angle a little bit. Because if we brought the camera up more looking down, we could get away with a lot more foreground stuff. We could put a bus blocking the way. We do all sorts of stuff. So let me play around with that for a little bit. It's gonna feel really awkward because I've been looking at it from this camera view for so long. It's probably gonna look a little awkward and not feel right, but let's test it out anyway. Doesn't feel too bad. Split the difference, and then it is looking a little bit too down. I feel like we need more up, or we could just pull the camera back some. I feel like that's too much. Could be wrong though. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's good. Maybe. This view could work. Here we go. Maybe, just maybe. This doesn't feel too bad, this camera angle. Yeah, now after using that other camera angle, this one feels too low. This is for a client. This is a superhero game for a client of mine to match up with his comic book series. But it's for mobile, Android and iOS. And it's supposed to have sort of the same vibe and feel as the old retro games like Streets of Rage, Street Fighter, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, stuff like that. Yeah, I like that camera feel. Let me go back to that. Go a little bit up, like not that high. Go 1, even just going up, that feels good. Whoops. I need to adjust the buttons though, for sure. Bring the camera. You just play around with 55. I know it's crazy, but and this is on a mobile device. That would be super small. Let's do 45. This view. Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it has some merit. It's a lot less suited for vertical stuff, like flying. Two. I feel like this is better. It does make drip look smaller though. The whole reason why I've had the camera like this the whole time lower is because it makes drip look more like a superhero vibe. Usually when you want someone to look more powerful, you usually want to have the camera lower looking up at them. And if you want them to seem smaller and more insignificant and weaker, you want to have the camera up and looking down at them. That's just your standard camera system, camera feel for movies, games, all sorts of stuff. And so this is where we've had the camera so far for that reason. Maybe if we just bring the camera out. Instead of 40, we do the 45. 42. Just up a little bit. 0.5. And then... That feels better. Back to 40. I still like this though. I don't know. Nah, definitely no damping. Maybe on the depth axis. Actually. Actually feels pretty good on the depth axis. Just not the left and right. Yeah, definitely don't want that. And I don't think we want vertical either. Yeah, definitely not. Maybe subtly? Yep, don't like that. But the depth axis, I don't mind. Like forwards and backwards. Feels good. Sab Trader Chase, what's up? Versus 0 on the depth. Actually, that does feel a little more solid. Maybe like 0.2. Okay, so 0.1, 0.35, 0.25. What? Dude. Why would you get on someone's stream and say something like that? Come on, dude. So dumb. Diego, what's up? How's it going? Why do people do that? I just don't understand. It's a family-friendly stream, just so you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was muted. So sorry about that. Hoshi said, sorry, I said hi, but I was muted, so I'll say it again. Hoshi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. And it will not be on Steam. It'll be on the Android and the iOS store, since that's where we're publishing the game to. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, this feels better, I think, but I want to target offset. I want to play around with that. Look ahead. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, that's way too crazy. It's called Tooland, just to match up with the comic book series called Tooland. Okay, good, Hoshi. Hoshi, I also asked, but I was probably muted, but I asked how did you find my stuff? How did you find my channel? Okay, where is it? Third person follow. I want... Confiner? Oh, TikTok. Okay, cool. Not Confiner. What is it? It's position control, not third person follow. I think it. Oh, it was Recomposer. Apply after. Tilt pan Dutch zoom scale, follow attachment. Whoa. Not quite what we want. This just does everything. Follow attachment. Look at attachment. Whoa. Now it's just following me. So this Recomposer Cinemachine thing, that's like a tracking along with the character during like a cutscene or something, I'm pretty sure. Zero, 10, 0, 1. Dutch ankle. It's awesome. This is not what we want. Group framing mode, framing set. Oh wait, Kenji 2 popped up while we were watching. Oh, okay, got it. That's it. That sounds about right. Kenji, awesome community, by the way. Super generous, those guys are. FOV range, dolly range. The look at target and Cinemachine camera must be a target group. The look at target. In the camera. Let's be a target group. Convert to target group. Whoa. Yeah, I'm just playing with camera settings right now, in case anyone was wondering. And none of this is what I want. I want to play around with the idea of like, instead of the camera tracking to the player all the time consistently, like this is the player and the camera's moving with the player the whole time. I want there to be some give. So like as the player can move around, but then once the player goes far enough to the right, then the camera starts going with him. And then as it goes back to the middle, the camera's not following, but then he moves far left, and then the camera starts going with him. That's kind of what I want. And where is it? Third person follow. I've used it before, but I don't remember which extension it was on the camera. guides help a little bit. Visualize. Oh, I know. It's these limits, I'm pretty sure. Tracking target. No tracking target? No, that's not it. Dead zone. It's not look ahead, is it? No, because look ahead turned the camera. Third person follow. No, that's not it. That's sort of it. Dinner is ready. Where can this be downloaded? Epic Games, what's up? Is that the Epic Games? Doubt it. This cannot be downloaded yet, but it will be downloadable on the Android and iOS store once it's released. This is fire. Thank you so much. Guys, I gotta go. It is dinner time, but it was awesome hanging out with you guys on stream today. Thanks for joining. And if you have not already done so, please follow and stay tuned for the next stream where we do the game dev on this game. It's been fun. Guys, I will see you next time. Hope you had a great Monday and hope you have a great Tuesday, guys. Bye.